Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. government is making bioweaponized insects. And I want to, as a public service, bring you information on not only the fact that they are making these insects, but give you two practical ideas on how to protect yourselves from this new threat. And let's hope that mute button worked. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, coming to you in an impromptu, last-minute special presentation from a secret location, an undisclosed location on Redington Beach in the Gulf Coast of Florida. And as you can see, I'm casually dressed. I'm getting ready to go see my parents. But I was sent an email by Catherine, and I felt like it's something that I needed to let you know about and needed to let you know about as quickly as possible. So you could be aware of this, and so you could have some practical measures of protecting yourselves from this. Now, this is very, very important. I see Scotty Roberts in the room. We will not have rapscallions tonight because I am on the road. But let me just give you the background here. And remember, we're going to tell you what they're doing, and we're going to tell you how to protect yourself. The U.S. government's DARPA, or Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, is trying to create, and if we think they're trying to create, they probably already have created, let's face reality, a new class of biological weapons that would be delivered via virus-infected insects. It's called the Insects Allies Program. It was announced in 2016, and it aims to protect the U.S. agricultural food supply by supposedly delivering protective genes to plants via insects. And of course, insects are responsible for the transmission of most plant viruses. So scientists believe that loading up the bugs with viruses that would offer plants protective benefits is one way of ensuring the food security of the United States in the event of a major threat. However, Richard Guy Reeves from the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Biology in Germany disagrees. He says that Insect Allies isn't exactly what it says it is. Instead, he claims that DARPA, and the Institute claims that DARPA is potentially developing insects as a means of delivering a new class of biological weapons. I believe Cynthia L. also talked to me about this the other day in regards to ticks being weaponized by DARPA. So that's pretty scary stuff. Let's face it. And we don't deal with fear porn. We don't deal with, oh my God. We deal with practical realities, how to deal with them and what to do with them. So this is pretty scary. By any measure, by any means, if there's insects out there that are weaponized for crops, supposedly, they can be weaponized for other things as well. And we certainly don't want to be bitten, stung, whatever insects do to us with any type of weaponized material in them. So I'm going to give you two practical ideas for how to protect yourself from bioweaponized insects. Number one, keep your vibration high. Now, I know this is kind of a woo-woo suggestion, and some of you will roll your eyes. That's okay. You don't have to listen, but I suggest that you do. Keep your vibration high. I know you can spray sprays on you that are probably toxic themselves. You can rub lotions on you that are toxic themselves, or you can keep your vibration high. And by keeping your vibration high, you actually can create around you a force field of sorts that will cause these insects, and especially these bioweaponized ones, to not want to come into your vicinity, and certainly not want to land on you and bite you and suck or deliver their poisons. I get very, very few insect bites, even when I'm in Florida, even when I'm out by the lake back in the heartland. We'll be in the heartland back tomorrow in the NCK Christian Whistleblower Studios, ready to bring you more podcast excellence. But I get very, very few bug bites. And I think it's because, number one, I do keep my vibration high. Think on positive things, think on helpful things, think on lofty things, be in a love frequency. Like our good friend Robert Stanley says, be kind, be courteous, be courageous, and keep yourself in a high vibration. This goes a long way towards protecting yourself not only from bioweaponized insects, but also from bioweaponized mental disorders, bioweaponized fear, guilt, and control, anything that they're trying to do to keep us, ladies and gentlemen, from being ourselves and from being everything that we can be. Shane says it helps to stay indoors. Well, I guess it probably would help to stay indoors to not get bit by insects. But Shane, do you really want to allow these people to keep you indoors, to trap you within your own home? I do not want to allow these people to trap me within my own home, and I won't. Ever Thus says that parasites smell fear. That's true. Parasites do smell fear. Wayne Murray says, keep yourself above 7.89 hertz. That is higher than the vibration of this world. That's very, very interesting. And I continue to agree with that. So keep yourself at a high vibration. That's the woo-woo tip. Here's the practical tip. And this is something that I've gotten away from, but I'm getting back to it right now. What you can do is, on a daily basis, get yourself some fresh garlic from the store. I don't trust the garlic that's prepackaged and pre-peeled and all that. Maybe it's just me. But get yourself some of those garlic cloves, peel them down, and take 1 or 2 cloves a day, chop it up very finely, put it in water. If you add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to it as well, maybe a touch of honey, and stir that, just kind of swirl it around, get it all mixed together, down the hatch real quickly. You don't taste the garlic very much. And by putting that, a couple of cloves of garlic into your body on a daily basis, not only are you ingesting the oldest antibiotic known to man, not only are you going to help your blood not to coagulate, not only are you going to help your biochemistry, not only are you going to help naturally eliminate toxins from inside your, toxins in your body, in your blood, you're also going to produce a subtle odor of garlic, not enough for your boyfriend or your girlfriend to smell, not enough for your boyfriend or your girlfriend to not want to be with you, but enough that insects do not want to be near you, because garlic is a natural repellent to insects. So if you will do that, and it's not that hard, you think it's going to be hard the first couple times, you might get that gag reflex, but come on, you're big boys, you're big girls, and maybe it's not as easy as slathering toxic sprays and toxic lotions on you. That's so much easier, though, to spray the toxic spray, to slather on the toxic lotion. It's so much easier to just put on toxic sunscreen, which causes way more cancer than the sun itself. You see where I'm going with this. Just chop them up finely. If you got one of those little, things, that chop stuff up, chop it up, mix it up, put it in the water. I mean, I end up with about that much water, and you've got your garlic floating around in it. You've got your honey in it. You've got your apple cider vinegar in it. You just stir it up like that, and boom, down the hatch. Drink something right after it if you have to. But it really will, number one, do great things for you biologically, biochemically, and it will, ladies and gentlemen, keep insects from biting you. So, yes, there are bioweaponized insects being deployed by DARPA. That's the bad news. And we can make this into a real fear porn extravaganza if we wanted to. But the reality is, there are practical measures we can take. Number one, we can keep our vibrations high. And number two, we can ingest a couple, maybe even 3, depending on how you feel, a couple of 3 cloves of garlic on a daily basis, finely chopped in water, down the hatch. Use a little apple cider vinegar for additional medicinal purposes. Use a little honey to also good for you medicinally. If you get local honey, it'll add to your ability to withstand the allergens of your area. So all around, it's a great idea just for general health, but specifically, it will go a long way to prevent you from having to worry about the bioweaponized insects that DARPA has deployed. If they've done it to ticks, if they've done it to other insects, there's nothing to stop them from doing it to mosquitoes. There's nothing to stop them from doing it to fleas. Nothing to stop them from doing it to other insects that we interact with on a daily basis. If you're in places like Florida or Kansas, you interact with them more than you do in other places as well. So what could have been a strong fear porn type of situation, no. We make you aware of the problem, and we've given you two very, very practical, very, very real-world solutions. That's what we're about here at the Christian Whistleblower channel. So I'm going to go off and see my mom and see my dad, and then I'm going to come back and get things packed up, get ready, grab a few hours sleep, head back to the Tampa airport, and fly back to the Heartland, where we'll be with you by tomorrow again, and we'll be bringing you our regularly scheduled podcast excellence, and looking forward to doing that. I appreciate you being here. This is a very practical, not of excellence, but something you can use and use. I do ask that you share this with your friends, your neighbors, your enemies, your in-laws, your outlaws. Let everyone know, because we do bear a responsibility of having this information and sharing it with folks so they can also avail themselves of these protective measures. Don't worry about bioweaponized insects. Just take practical steps to protect yourself against them. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. We're here helping you to guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be your own guru. We are the last generation of real humans. Thank you, Wayne Murray. I appreciate that so very much. And I hope that you appreciate this practicality. And on your way out, as Tracy Dyer says, give me a thumbs up if you think it was good. Give me a thumbs down if you think it's bad. Martina, just Martina, you're going to have to give me data on that. Fighter pilots forbidden to eat garlic before flying because it slows brain function. I was on a flight crew for 6 years, and I never heard anything like that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying you're going to have to prove that, because everything that I know about garlic says that's not right. Garlic would, if anything, increase brain function. It does decrease the viscosity of your blood, allows things to travel faster through your bloodstream, and it certainly has to do the same thing with your electrical impulses within your body. So Martina, just Martina, you're going to have to show me some data for that. If you show it to me and I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But right now, I ain't buying that garlic slows your brain functions. That just is intuitively absolutely wrong to me. But like I said, show me the data, and I will admit that I was wrong. But that doesn't happen very often. And with that note, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, reminding you we're the last generation of real humans. So drink your garlic, keep your vibration high, because we have to win, because winners write history. And if we don't win, no one will ever know what we did. So let's get together, win, win, win. And together, we will build a better tomorrow and write the history of how we took back this planet from nefarious forces. Until I see you again, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, reminding you, you are the last generation of real humans, and encouraging you to get busy.